put that there. Your boy Maven is back. Oh, Queen Lady Lachelle in the building. Winthrop is better than Bellarmine and Morehead State to beat them like that with so many turnovers and fouls. There's nothing to be upset about. Lots of cleaning up and lots of time to do it. That's how you get the post game show started. Oi, Jose or Joe? No, it's Joe. Aussie. I will not be anywhere near that bad offensively. Are you sure? Are you sure? Money 1322. What's good? Of course, we got the lovely Lady Lauren in the building. Robert Maxwell in the building. Any word on if? Ooh, I don't believe so. I don't believe so. I do not believe so. And the rest of the Midnight family. Ooh. Bet on IU. I mean, naturally, like just talent wise, they're gonna be better, but I don't know if they'll move the ball as well. Not to mention, our defense could be very underrated. Our defense might be underrated. We might be on to something here. Keno, what's good? Joe and Ronnie Ron are going to simultaneously fire Lauren from the Midnight family. Ooh, Tennessee blew out Virginia. And sticking it to Baylor makes me feel better. Man, I said it. Listen, I believe I said it. On Monday. On Monday, I said, before you talk about, actually, it might have been the day after, I don't know, maybe it's after the Bellarmine game. But I said, you're going to have to remind yourself, especially early, that Tennessee is a good team. Tennessee is a good team. Now, if you let them lurk out there like the monster, the monster hanging over, they That's a really good point. No, I will not. I will not. Oh, I don't know. I had a little bit of a screen freeze for a second. Block party tonight. Underrated defense. And when don't worry, we gonna get punched on some occasions. But I do love the fact that they're not afraid to challenge at the basket. I really, really do enjoy that. Marie in the building. Ty in the building. Definitely. How many blocks did we have? Last thing I remember, we had 7 blocks. James Pennington in the building. What's good? Oh man, listen, Joe. I don't know who told you. Lauren, a little savage. You listen. Ask CJ3K. Ask Dr. Crump. she a little savage. Ooh, ooh, Atlantis. Listen, we'll get there. Actually, wait. So what's do we have a spread for the Indiana game already? Oh, you're right. You're right. Can we get some better internet in the Evan Williams Club, please? Thank you. I'll let you know when I need a refill. Mm. Mm. Winthrop lost to Virginia Tech by only 6. Then they beat NC Central. They also beat Piedmont 125-65. So they can score. They can. They can. Listen, old boy's not a bad coach. Pross over there is not a bad coach. Oh, okay. So we finished. Yeah, the last one I remember when we had 7 blocks. I figured you would finish with a couple more. I'm extremely concerned with the rebound and how offense Southern looks smooth and free flowing. No NBA players kind of feel a little sad. I mean, early on, I do know what you're saying. Because again, without having guys with the first step, with the explosive first step, you got to rely on the offense to get shots. So I do know what you're saying. And we were more physical than we have been. We still got a long way to go, but if you keep on making physicality improvements and you don't go backwards at all, then I'll be comfortable. They were much more physical than they were, the last couple of games. So their physicality and the way they, I don't want to say take care of the ball, but you could tell they were trying to do a better job of being strong with the ball. I don't think we're naturally strong with the ball. What's good? Man, I need to know how to pronounce this. Cashmere. Oh, just about to leave the Yum now. Oh, well, you can come back. You can come back here and hang out with me. Come on, swing through the Evan Williams. If you here at the Yum with me. Mm. 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 Is that for me or Lauren? My email is made for the Ville. MADEFORTHEVILLE. Made for the Ville. At Gmail. Sorry, at Gmail. I haven't heard any spread yet. Oh, Cecil, get used to it. Listen, the more you need them, the more frustrated you're gonna be. But when they do good things, you're gonna have to give them their credit. Make sure you give them their credit when they do good things, because they're going to be, like I said, their upside is huge. And their downside is extremely frustrating. So that's one of those, like, join the party. Like, you just got to book it that you're going to be frustrated with them. Was glad I seen all the blocks is clean. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. Because look, they don't have a traditional attitude, a little attitude that might help the referees cut them some slack. We will see on the road. Respect to the Winthrop team. Yeah, I think they're good. I think they'll win the conference. Michelle, what you doing? Oh, 10 blocks, 20 turnovers, 21 fouls. The turnover. How much of the turnover is you felt like they were blowing them out and got sloppy? What did you think about the turnovers, Brad? Because that was the alarming. But to me, all turnovers are not created equal. IU is a 3-point underdog. Two. Where you see that at? Pryor has 7 turnovers. Yeah, listen. That's why that's probably why Pryor didn't start. Oh, so we all at the Yum Center, Robert. Tennessee up 40-14 with 5:22. Woo! Shit. Fats with 5, Chucky with 4. Terrence and Edwards Jr. He's the one I'm usually talking about when I say he has to be stronger with the ball, because he is the secondary threat to get to the basket. And he's okay, Lowski. Okay. Lowski. Terrence Edwards Jr., if you're going to be doing time at the point, I said doing time like he's in jail. If you're going to be doing time, if you're going to get playing time at the point as the primary ball handler, you just got to get stronger with the ball. Avoid dribbling yourself into tough positions. And I don't like to see them standing on their back foot. They all need to stay in attacking positions. Their body posture needs to be strong and low and in an attacking position. All things that can be cleaned up, things that they've gotten away with at other schools or maybe other levels. You can't do it. Just left the Yum. Well, I'm gonna stay here till they gave me the keys, so I'm gonna leave to Evan Williams. Like I'm gonna call it Uber later on. They left me a little waitress or two. West End 6-7, what's good? Lonnie G in the building. Bobby Jones. Ball handling was a little sloppy, not strong with the ball. Listen, I said it with Steve on the show today. I'm going to be looking for strength. Like, my number one concern is just strength, playing strong on the boxing out, playing strong around the basket, and playing strong with the ball in your hands. That's like my number one concern of getting better fast. It's just strength. I know Coach Foy don't want to hear me say that. Jay Reed, traditional big man. But again, they're gonna have to play with core strength. Oh, okay. Nope, that's exactly what you said. Okay, I didn't see the next one. Okay, yep. Traditional big man. A little messy. And here's the thing: the little things about running, playing hard, assisting on defense. Like, we have we're long. We have a nice little defense, active hands. Like, don't just like this whole chat has been very critical. Take a second to talk about, like, how many turnovers did we force? I mean, I could have easily brought up the stats. How many turnovers did we force tonight? And don't just say our turnovers are a bad thing, but the turnovers we force are just because it's Winthrop. Like don't set yourself up to judge too harshly, to judge your own team too harshly. You know what I'm saying? Okay, do we have the post game? Do we have the post game? Okay. If somebody sees the post game pop up, let me know about that. Because yeah, I want to go back to that. Hold on. Yeah, because we don't have a lot of guys who are really used to or comfortable handling the ball like that. I mean, like I said, Case and Pryor, he wants to show people he can dribble. Terrence Edwards Jr., I think he came here wanting to run a little bit of point to show the league that he can handle the ball. Like I said, and I'm not like, this isn't like again, I call it the Trez 3-pointer. It's the equivalent to the Trez 3-pointer. It's no secret. All these guys have shown some talent and some potential, next level potential, and they want to show what they don't. They want to show people what they, what they're questioned about. But a lot of times that's not what you're good at. So it's a fine line between Coach Kelsey letting Terrence Edwards Jr., work the ball, letting Case and Pryor work the ball. A lot of times you get the ball out, they need to advance the ball and then just get right into their action. Now it's not like sometimes it's like transition is not the time to show everybody you can dribble. You show them you can dribble when when you need to get to the basket or something. But that's natural. And the tape, Coach Kelsey will be able to go through the film and show people that they need to do that. What I don't understand is as good of a defensive player. Hold on. You might have to rephrase that. I don't understand. Is as good of a defensive player. Shh. Look, I know you ain't talking about me. Listen, I just played enough defense to not let my man score and to stay in the game. I mean, I understood defense. I mean, I played it. Bob Jones on 12-12. Defense does look solid. 19 turnovers, but I don't know how many were forced. Man, listen, that length, the length of our team forces a lot of turnovers and active hands. We got active hands. We got a lot of deflections. You know what? I agree with that. Listen, if they, again, every game experience they get, I think this team needs it to build their confidence. Yeah, very. Okay, post-game presser just ended. Let me see. Let's see who's post-gaming it. Let's see. Do we need
the Cards a much better defensive performance than we have seen so far this season.
Okay. That's some 93.9 post-game. I'll wait till it gets uploaded to YouTube. I thought it would be live on YouTube. When they're also play similar style. Oh no, that look an exact style. Like I said, they coach together. 47 Tennessee 47, Baylor 20. Ooh. And that's the Baylor that just beat Rick. Ruth, I listen. Ruth's got to work on his confidence, got to learn the game. And I mean learn the game just to keep himself out of trouble. And learn, like I said, don't worry about forcing it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I was just blocking shots for the crowd. I was blocking shots to try to get the crowd hype. I didn't actually want to block shots. Pryor just turned it over again. So he finished with 6. He had a heart issue. He had a heart issue. What are you up to? Sorry, y'all. It's my son. He was asking about Dennis Evans. I'm sorry. That was just the NFL Players Union president texting his father asking about Dennis Evans. What the hell is the NFL Players Union president asking me? Why is he asking me about Dennis Evans? Does he know that my life is busy right now? I'm in the middle of basketball season. Hey, Jalen, why don't you go lead the Players Union while I worry about Winthrop and my team's 21 turnovers, son? Man, I mean, does he not know that I have this busy, interesting life? Christian Fernandez with the positivity, great win. I like the tougher games early in the season. Listen, that Tennessee is going to end up being a blessing in disguise later on, possibly. It might be a blessing. Ooh, listen, and again, if he keeps the pressure on Noah Waterman, he's got to keep the pressure on Noah Waterman with his defense. Lock in on the defensive end, son. You'll be on that court. Tennessee lost isn't that bad after all. Beat Virginia by 22. Ooh, it might not be. I'm telling you. You got to listen. Every time you talk about your team, you got to remember, just say it out loud. Tennessee is not a bad team. Actually, Tennessee is good. Proud of the guys tonight. Yes, and bad. Shorthanded. Yep. Like I said. And as far as your athleticism, Corin and Kader are your other athletes. You're quicker guys. I think Louisville has a good chance against Indiana. DJ, what's good? Okay. I'm gonna put a little Pat Kelsey in there. See if it pops up. Let me check Let me just make sure the Twitter feed doesn't have anything on there. Oh, I got it. I got it. Louisville men's basketball. Okay, guys, cut me some slack. Give me 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
You know, it was an emotional game in a lot of ways for me. You know, being in Rock Hill for many years and raising my kids there. You know, looking down the court, seeing Mark, who's like a brother to me. We coached together for many years. I tried not to get sentimental throughout the course of the preparation and just focus on it. You know, it's just we're getting ready for a team. But there were moments where, you know, former players would walk in, first point guard I ever signed, first player I ever signed, Brandon Vega, and you know, just went on and on and on. So it was an emotional game, and I have so much respect for that institution, so much respect for Mark Prosser. He's a phenomenal coach and a world-class person, and that team's really good, and they're going to make some noise in their conference. I believe they're an NCAA tournament team. So it's mirror images in a lot of ways. They value a lot of the things we value. They play with great toughness and tenacity. They challenge you on the glass. They drive the ball at you and put foul pressure on you. They play really fast, you know, and our guys do as well. So, you know, we played hard. I thought we defended at a really high level for the most part. Offensively, obviously, the glaring thing is that we turn the ball over too much, which is uncharacteristic of our team. We were one of the better assist to turnover ratio teams in the country. And obviously, you have to credit Winthrop for that. I thought they did a good job defensively and deflected the ball, touched the ball. And we also made some just uncharacteristic, careless turnovers as well. And those are some things that we need to clean up.
Coach, early in the first half, Kanai seemed to really give you some great energy off the bench, comes in, gets a charge, hits a big 3-point shot. Just kind of talk about his growth since the concussion to start the year.
Yeah, and I was really good for us. Now, you're right. It was a big spark. That was a huge charge, big three made. You know, that you could hear the gasp in the Yum Center when he kind of went up on the break and got fouled and looked like he was going to, like, you know, have an ESPN highlight. Proud of him. He works really hard. He's the youngest guy on a really old team. He's got an old soul about him, as I say all the time. Mature, wants to be really good, extremely coachable, and, you know, having that approach behind the scenes results in a really good performance.
He can really help.
In the back over here. On the defensive end of the floor, what stood out to you about your guys to guard like they did tonight?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you look at the defensive numbers. You know, they shot, you know, 31% for the game and 20% from three. I mean, those are really good numbers. We had 5 or 6 things that we really locked in on in scouting, and I thought our guys carried that out. You know, I usually just say numbers, but I'll say his name because he means a lot to me. Kelton Talford, who I recruited and coached at Winthrop, and he was on a whatever we were, 24-2 NCAA tournament team his freshman year. He's a handful. He's a very, very, very good college basketball player, and he's going to play a long time and make a lot of money. You know, I thought our guys did a good job on him. They are very, very good at creating fouls, especially in the first half. They only had 6 free throws. I don't think we did as good a job of defending without fouling in the second half, but the 2 main things we focused on was their transition and their rebounding and then guarding without fouling. Have to do a better job on the glass. They had too many offensive rebounds, but I thought we did a good job with their transition game. And for the most part, kept them off the free throw line.
They did. They did.
Pat, obviously you've got a big week ahead with Atlantis coming up. Are you satisfied with where this team is now, or where do you want to see improvement as you go into that
I mean, I don't
tournament?
think any coach in the country is ever satisfied. You know, there's always ways that you can improve. I think this team continues to grow. There's a lot of potential. There's still some things that we need to clean up, but every team in the country needs to do some things to improve. So I love our mindset of our players, and I love the growth that we've shown. And got a big test coming up over the next couple of days down in Bahamas, and we're looking forward to it. We're excited about the opportunity.
Ditto.
Pat, you mentioned the turnovers were kind of uncharacteristic for your team. A whole bunch of veterans on your team, but two guys in Kaysen and Terrence Edwards that had 5 at the half. What's the message to them in the locker room coming out?
Just what's the score? 0-0. Next play. Just play with poise, make the easiest play, make the simple play, and then move on. Yeah, I think the turnovers was the one thing that wasn't clean, but I thought our guys played hard as heck. Defended their butts off. We got 43% of our misses in the second half. That's elite. That's a statistic that's indicative of playing hard and competing. As we mentioned before, there's some stuff to clean up. We'll go back and watch the tape, figure out what that is, and then turn to the next thing.
Sometimes a less mature team will get in a game like this that's just like pulling teeth sometimes, and they'll get frustrated in the second half. Calls don't go, whatever. It did not look like your guys did that. They just stayed with it, embraced the type of game it was going to be. How much is that encouraging from a team with like you said, all these veterans?
That's a mature mindset team that you just got to move on to the next play, right? You get a call, it doesn't go.
I don't know if we had the athletes for that.
Turnovers. It's about how you respond. It's the next thing. So our guys, for the most part, have that mindset.
Did you learn any more about Corin's timetable for coming back from his injury over the past couple of days?
It's still day to day.
Coach, Terrence seemed to struggle a little bit tonight offensively. For him, it seemed like he was maybe a little bit indecisive with the ball. Do you what's the key to unlocking a little bit more consistency from him offensively?
You said he looked like he was what again?
A little indecisive, just kind of, I don't know, just passive or.
He's been really good for us.
Damn, Rashad. Coach disagreed.
He did a lot of things. He had a huge steal in a huge moment. I do know that. And that really ignited a big run that we had. So, very good player, great leader for us. And, maybe he didn't have his best game. I don't know. But, I don't think he looked indecisive. I think, he's a very, very confident player and a very effective player.
That's how much better we can get.
He'll be a stud in the next game.
Pat, you've talked about Javon before, kind of having that dog in him, for lack of a better phrase. It felt like this game was one where he was made to kind of have an impact with the glass and attacking the basket. Is that what you saw out of him in this one?
He's tough as nails, man. He's a warrior. He's gritty. He's tough. Our guys played gritty overall as a team. James Scott had 5 blocks. Obviously, Javon had 13 rebounds. We got 43% of our misses in the second half. But Javon's a big tone setter for us in terms of, just who he is as a player, and his grit, his toughness, and played his butt off tonight.
Pat, actually kind of building off of that, Hadley found a lot of his success tonight just playing with his back to the basket instead of maybe putting all of his offensive game just cutting to the basket. Is that an aspect of his game that you want to see kind of explored more often moving forward?
I think Javon's a versatile player. He can score inside. He can shoot the ball. He's a very reliable playmaker and passer. He's just like, what do you call it? He's just like Old Faithful, man. It's like Ironsides. You just know what the crap you're going to get from Javon Hadley every single day and every single game. So, blue collar, that's just the way he plays. But you mentioned scoring close to the basket. He's very good at exploiting mismatches and scoring close to the basket. He can take big defenders out on the floor and drive them as well. Just a really solid player.
You mentioned, not being satisfied with your team at this point. like most are. I'm just curious, like, how far do you think this team has come from your guys' trip to the Bahamas over the summer?
I think we've come a long way. I see growth every single day. Understanding of our system, grasping of our system. I mean, all these guys come from parts all over the place, from different programs, and have different terminology. And because basketball is a universal language, but everybody calls something different. And I think now they're sort of getting in the groove where they really, really know conceptually and from a terminology standpoint exactly what we do and what we call. We have most of our set play package in. All of our defensive principles in terms of the different ways we guard pick and roll. I mean, like we're at this point an advanced team. It's not, we're still trying to knock the rust off and implement things. Guys have a very, very firm understanding as to what we do and why we do it.
Scott's obviously had a couple of really good games back to back after not even getting a shot up against Tennessee. Is there anything that he worked on in that time off?
I mean, James works on everything. Like he's one of the most, what do you call it?
Hit his free throws.
Maniacal, diligent, committed basketball players that you'll ever see. It's almost to the point where you have to make the kid leave the gym because it's to the point where it's
That's great to hear.
So much. That's how consumed and committed.
Get it off the glass quick. Use the glass, guys.
Really, really, really rely on film as well. You can get your reps sometimes in watching film, and then you can't give them enough. We're getting ready for the next opponent. He already wants all the personnel clips of all the teams are going to play. So when you work that way,
Great to hear.
And you have the talent, the God-given talent that he has, it's a no-brainer that he's going to go like this. And he's still a really young player. He's one of the youngest players in Division I basketball last year. 19 years old, I think, as a sophomore. About here, just turned 19. And so, he's just a lot like Jabon. You just know what you're going to get all the time. A kid that has an unbelievable understanding of what his role is, what he's supposed to do. When he screws something up, he's so conscientious about cleaning it up. His upside's really big.
Pat, 4 games is a bit of a small sample size, but in that time, the toughness and physicality on both ends of the floor, especially like around the rim, kind of has some ebb and flow to it, not super consistent. What's something you got to
take it personal
in order to get a little bit more consistent?
Got to take it personal.
I mean, that's your opinion. I think we're pretty freaking gritty at the rim. James had 5 blocks. We're making hard plays on the ball. Like we call it beating stuff up at the rim.
He challenged a lot at the rim.
Bruce, Rain Smith took 2. You might not think it's consistent. I think our guys are playing their butts off defensively.
But this is Louisville, coach. This is Louisville, and we are used to having some big old athletes at the basket. But I do think he did. I do think they were pretty gritty around the basket. They can get some better technique, better core strength. But I wasn't disappointed. And that Winthrop team, they really focus on offensive rebounding. So it is a big thing for them. Okay. So what do we think? You asking about Dr. Crump wants to know. Hold on. Where do we start? Offense, defense, special teams. Rain Smith. Dr. Crump, Rain Smith. Start us off. Where do you rank Rain Smith? Is this Chucky? No. Okay, no, I don't have those. Rain Smith gets A. So is Rain Smith going to be like, if he hits 3 3-pointers or more, he's going to get an A every time? Yeah. He's defensive. Yeah. I think he's going to be naturally defensive. Yeah, he does not want his guys criticized. Like I feel him. Like they're working hard and they play great defense, and he respects Winthrop more than the average fan. Yeah, I don't mind him being bitey. He is a little bitey in that one. Okay, we're going A's down to Gary Crump, A-. Why do you get the minus? Robert Maxwell says A. L Dish, A. C. So what you don't want to grade him? He won't get an A if he goes. Wait, he won't. Okay. So he has to be over 40% and hit at least 3 threes. Hurtful or impactful? How do we get Rain Smith open versus good teams? Man, listen, Matt, that Winthrop team is not a bad team. That Tennessee team is awesome. Rain Smith knows how to get himself open, and Rain Smith doesn't have he doesn't have a long wind up to get the ball off. He's going to be able to get his shot off. Oh, A-. He got the minus for fouling 3-point shooters. Okay, that's legit. Okay, double up on that one. We really needed scoring tonight. Listen, again, I think his misses in the early season are the anomaly. Y'all got to think he was like top. Listen, the dude that bust Kentucky was the only dude that hit more 3-pointers than Rain Smith last year. What was that kid's name? What was the kid's name that busted Kentucky that looks like the state trooper? Oh God, somebody give me his name. What's his name? B, fouled on 2 threes. Golke. Yeah. Yep. At least challenging. Yeah. Giving pushback. Dale Young, you're right. Giving pushback, saying that's your opinion. That's not a narrative. Golke, that's his name. But yeah, I do like this point right here. I love the coach is not allowing the media to drive and create false narratives with their questions. He understands this local media. Good call on that one. Yeah, just instant pushback. Yeah, instead of calling bitey, I probably should have said pushback. Fair enough. But yeah, Rain Smith was second behind Golke last year. Dude is a real deal sniper. All right. Let's go James Scott. What do we say? What do we think James Scott? James Scott. Yes, very direct. Like I said, like I said, if he sees the improvement, it's hard for an outsider to criticize not knowing how much he's putting in or knowing how much work he put in. Listen, you're not going to let somebody, say your guy's soft or something if they busting it in practice or, I feel him. I do agree. Red State in the building. What's good? Red State, we back. Your boy maybe had to take a little hiatus. I wasn't feeling the best. I mean, I ain't on deathbed or nothing. I didn't get put on medicine or anything. I need to recharge. Red State, listen, I let Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter hang out all night because you weren't in here to 3, 2, 1, bang everybody out of here. So if you're watching on Twitter right now, Subscribe to the YouTube channel because it won't always be available on Twitter. Some nights it'll just be the YouTube midnight fan. Oh, I was supposed to give away a jersey tonight. I forgot. Sorry. Made for the Ville. MADEFORTHEVILLE. Made for the Ville. On the YouTube channel. So Facebookers, Twitterers, Xers, Twitchers, whatever you want to call it, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button. Made for the Ville. James Scott, grade. James Scott, grade. B+. I'd like to see him double-digit rebounds against smaller teams. I'll do that. C, he needs to be more assertive with the ball. Yeah, I'm like, cock the ball back. Don't just do enough to dunk it. Send a message when you dunk it. James Scott, B+ for James Scott from Cecil. Elaborate on your B+ a little bit. Yeah, he's going hard, but it's like, dude, you don't get the youthful excuse anymore. Stop and look. I'd honestly like to hear Coach Kelsey stop saying how young he is, because in his mind he might just say, "Oh, I'm still young. I still got time to grow." And it's like, no. I want you to get ready for the league. I want you to have league attitude. League attitude cocks that ball back and dunks the shit out of it. Cock that ball back. Make them scared to jump with you. Make the opponents afraid to jump with you. That's what I didn't like. Everybody, like, he puts the ball right in front of his face and people are willing to challenge him. He has great legs. Put that motherfucker back behind your shoulders and punch it. I promise you'll get more dunks just off people being scared to jump with you. Pardon my language. Must be okay. We all hit him with a strong with the ball. Yeah. See, I think there's a little bit of us just giving him a little lead, or maybe the coach, maybe it's us, maybe it's the world, give him just a little leeway because he's young, which I understand that. But in the basketball world, you got young people. Young people are getting to the league. Young people are doing their thing. I mean, is Cooper Flagg older than him? They shouldn't be strong. Like, I understand where Coach Kelsey's coming from, but if I'm just Savage, I'm like, hey, you have an opportunity. You got to be a Savage. Yeah, right. They're going to need him to be the athlete that he can be. Chucky Hepburn, he's A's. I think the Chucky Hepburn's too easy. Who else? Okay, Noah Waterman. It's not finesse, though. Finesse is more skill. Ooh, coming in hot. Jonathan, not high on Noah Waterman tonight. Not high on Noah Waterman. See, Dwayne's going to see. Give me a short elaboration on these grades. He puts his whole body into it. Yeah, I think James need to put some stink on it. Noah Waterman, give me a little elaboration. C-, 6'11", 1 rebound. So you grading him on a curve. I think he's about 6'10". He might be about 6'9.5", to be honest. I would tell I don't think he's soft, but I would tell him maybe lay off the antics after you get fouled or after you fall on the ground. I would tell Noah Waterman it's a bad look at how often you look hurt. In football, I call out the limpers. In basketball, I'm probably going to have to come up with the name. And here's the problem. There's nothing wrong with every once in a while getting a little extra camera time. But Noah Waterman, he looks like he's used to getting his calls. And he put a little extra stink on it whenever he falls. Let's see. Bad call on the 5th foul. Got to stay out of foul trouble. I mean, and Coach Kelsey's thing, like, he's almost like Mac in the playing by the numbers. Statistically, you got to keep guys off the free throw line. Analytics, sorry. Analytically, you could tell Kelsey is a keep them off the foul line kind of guy. Did make a block or two. Did risk getting dunked on. So I give him his props. He helped out. He put himself in some risky positions to help out. F for fouling out. So that's not the grade. That's just F for fouling out. Noah showed us his defensive game of the year. But he did. Listen, a big shooter like that at that size, and he's a willing defender, which means I think later on in the year he could be a lot better defender. If he's gonna try this hard, he'll get better. Yeah. 100% agree with you. That's why you're gonna need Kenai Roos to keep the fire underneath Waterman. Oh no, SAT give you grades for just getting the name right. He might be doing too much. The way I didn't notice that, but he does be doing too much. Listen, you can tell those two play off each other the entire time. I'm like, Coach, you might have to separate them. Because I think sometimes they only look for each other, not intentionally. I just think they mess with each other, so their energy like feeds off each other. Like maybe one get hot, the other get hot. Oh God, ain't that bad. Oh, listen, you should have hit earlier. This was only going to be an hour show tonight. Look, look, we're gonna finish the grades out, but I will. I can't do it tonight. And Massey, you got my number. Text me and let me know you want to get on. His stat line says it all. Oh, I know. And again, a smart Louisville fan base notices that. And it's like, Waterman, you might not get that. Elaborate. If you give Waterman the B, okay. A win against a legit opponent, nobody gets less than a C from me. Okay. Oh, God, don't make it about the tags on the shoes. Listen, I is that based on the Tennessee loss? Or is that based on what? I don't like acting on the fouls by anyone. I know what you're saying. Yeah, no. You can 100% tell they feed off each other. Now, when it's bad, it could be bad. When it's good, it could be wonderful. They feed off each other. At some point, maybe Coach will get them together and say, hey, like I like you guys' chemistry, but there are also a lot of guys out here missing a lot of opportunities out here. You know, like I said, I don't think they're like intentionally doing it. I just think they're comfortable. Cumulative collection of data so far. Okay. Yeah, it's too early to argue with it. He fell a lot. I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that at all. Oh man, tough crowd if the shoes got him a D. Listen, I'm back now. Newcomers, subscribe to Made for the Ville on the YouTube channel, the Midnight Family. I think tomorrow we'll do another giveaway or something. So make sure you hit the notification button. We'll put the wheel up. Ronnie Ron, I'm gonna get you. Joe, get on Lauren. Actually, Ronnie Ron, get on Lauren. Ronnie Ron, get on Lauren. Joe, get on Lauren. And I guess y'all know the rest. Appreciate the Midnight Family. Hey, can I get another drink in here? Somebody. I'm gonna see if there's still a I'm gonna check and see if there's still a waitress in here, y'all, to see if I can get anything. Oh, there you are. Please, double.